following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful thing. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Cultivate wisdom. You don't have to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials flat, NASDAQ up 32, S&P's up 12, gold contract trading up $7, trading at $13.34 an ounce. Silver up 11 cents, $17.07. Light sweet crude down 52 cents, $63.43 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 5 ticks, 122.09. 30-year bond down 14 ticks, 149 flat. King dollar up 68 ticks, trading 90.365. King dollar coming into this close, folks, is going to be a big number. The reason being is that thus far it's rejected lower price, and you're going to have basically lighter volume. If we sell off right down there and get flat coming into that close, which just from the last 7 minutes, we've just come down 100 ticks, that is going to be problematic once again. And good old King dollar, just on a continual basis, has not been able to hold price. It is in a confirmed much larger ABC structure down with a price projection of approximately 82,500. The euro is trading at 122.25 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 110.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? You're coming into the close out here. We're at highs. The SPY's trading up 84 cents. You're at 279. The high out here, the close, well, the high is 280.09. That was generated on Tuesday. Bottom line, more than likely, what you're going to see, I suspect we're going to at least tag it. We've hit the, well, yeah, we've already hit it. We hit 280.15. So you got into that high. We've done 85 million. This market should put some juice into it at the close since we're on option expiration. NASDAQ Composite. What do we have with the Composite? The Composite right now is trading up over the highs. The high that we hit out here this morning is 73.33. We're at 73.28. The last high on Tuesday was 73.30. So bottom line, you are up. We made another all-time high in the NASDAQ Composite. On the NDX 100, we also, I believe, let's see, 69.35. We did 68.35 rather. 68.43. We hit 68.43. Right now, you're trading out at 68.29. If we go take a look at the Russell 2000, what we have with the Russell 2000, whoops, wrong one. RTH. We'll bring the Russell 2000 up. Right now, that's up $22. That's the future. We hit 1,600 out here today. The high in the Russell 2000 is 1607.10. The closing high, let's see. We got a closing high up here of 1596.10. And right now, you're at 1597.70. We go into the gold contract. We take a look at gold. What we have with gold is this. And the gold contract, the dollar, as we come into this close, is going to be really interesting to watch. The reason being is this. So on Tuesday, the gold contract did 500,000 contracts. We got to a price point of $13.45. Yesterday, we came down, and we came down with 312,000 contracts, which was coming into $3.65. You're still above the breakout area, which is $13.27. That still sets up that it wants to get up into the $13.65, which is the September 8th high. King dollar, let's go over to King dollar. We take a look at King dollar. What we have with King dollar is this. King dollar had a high today of 90.445, a low of 89.960. Right now, what you have out here is that you're at 90.370, and this is going to be a close call. The reason it's going to be a close call because if this comes down just a bit more, excuse me, folks, if it flattens out, what you're going to have there is that you're not going to have a rejection of lower price, number one, and what we do have on the weekly is that on the weekly we have a high volume low that at least has to get tested. That's in the short term. On the longer term, you have a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. What the market would have to do, what the dollar market would have to do, is get back up inside the B point and have juice if it did charge inside that B point. We go take a look at the 10-year. 10-year right now, in fact, I want to take a look. I want to put the 10-year up on a continuous contract. So the 10-year is trading 122.08. This baby broke down 2 weeks ago. We take this and you put this on a longer-term chart. What you're going to see is that you broke the consolidation that we had been in since August of 2011. The bottom of that consolidation was 122.25. Right now you're at 122.08. That being said, guess what? You're into some heavy strength when we're coming down here. The reason being is that when we went topside in November of 2008, huge strength there. We went from 112 all the way up to 130. And then what we also did when we came down, when folks thought the interest rates were going to go up once again in 2010, guess what? That's right what you're into right now. So there's a lot of volume there, as well as when we went topside once again in July of 2011. So it's going to take quite a bit for that to break down under those levels. We go take a look at the 30-year. What you have with the 30-year is the 30-year has not broken down yet. 30-year right now, you're down a half a point, 15 ticks. You take a look at this and you put this back, what you're going to be seeing is that that's also, we've been consolidating this 30-year since November of 2016. The major swing point is 147.07. And right now, we are at 148.30. So bottom line is that that's actually almost 2 full points. Remember, there's 32 ticks and 1 point. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 4. NASDAQ's up 33. S&P's are up 11.5. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow Industrials right now are up 7. You get the Nasdaq up 34. S&Ps are up 12. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right under breaking news. You know, last year when we were in the playoffs in the Super Bowl, Tommy had written a great article about probabilities of the Super Bowl. Now, as you go down to the 4th one, under breaking news, what you're going to see, probability of streaks. The NFL playoffs edition. This is pretty cool. This just came out today. If you are interested in probabilities, it is pretty cool. I was just reading it over. This literally just came out about 20 minutes ago. So inside of this, he goes through first the probability of the playoffs, number 1, and then brings you into the market. Now, what's really intriguing here for all you Buffalo Bills fans, it's pretty wild because when you take here's a paragraph. Let's take a look at the the recent Buffalo Bills playoff drought in terms of statistical significance. The Bills had just made the playoffs for the first time since 1999, putting an end to the longest active streak in North America sports. To put that in perspective, the last time the Bills made the playoffs, Tom Brady had yet to be drafted. He was drafted in 2000. The iPod had yet to be released. That was in 2001. And Facebook had yet to be created. That was created in 2004. Buffalo went 17 consecutive seasons from 2000 to 2016, missing the postseason, in a league where 12 of the 32 teams advance each year. If Buffalo were to start each of those 17 seasons with theoretical even chance of making the playoffs as one of the 12 teams to advance, then they would start each year with a 37.5% chance of reaching the postseason. You could say that they would have a 62.5% chance of not advancing in any year other than all other things being equal. The odds of 16 consecutive misses at that probability is equal to, check this out, this is sick, is 0.3% chance, which works out to about 1 in 2,950 occurrences. Invertly, that would mean that over the course of a 17-year span, they would have a 99.97 chance of reaching the playoffs in at least one of those years if all the teams were evenly matched. So check it out. It goes on. He goes on that he starts talking about the Patriots also, and then brings it right into trading. So as you come over to our website at TFNN, you'll see it's fourth under the news banner. Let's go over and we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside these markets out here. So we have inside the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials putting juice into the Dow Industrials today is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is putting 30 points. You get Nike putting 19, Home Depot putting 16. Taken away from it, the big one out here is IBM. IBM down, putting 44 negative points. Boeing putting 15, American Express putting 12. IBM is trading down 642. There we go. You get Boeing trading down 224. You got American Express trading down 186. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness, this is what we have out here. You get the NDX up 18 bucks out here. And inside the NDX, you get O'Reilly Automotive up 6 bucks. You get NVIDIA up 5. Google's up 5. We got Tesla up 4. Amazon is up 3. Taken away from it, Priceline. Priceline is down 12. You have Skyworks off 3. You got AVGO, Broadcom off 2. Let's go take a look at Apple because a couple of those on the way down are Apple suppliers. Apple is still hanging at the highs up here. That is down 74 cents at 178. Big Blue. Big Blue came out with numbers last night. Big Blue is taking it south. Now, it hasn't got back inside its lower range. Oh, it's right at it, actually. 162.52 would be the number. You come off the high. You do have volume. We'll see whether it's going to get back inside that 162.52 area. GE continues to have some heavy problems. You're down on volume. And what's happening with GE, you're at $16.23, and this is the real danger point in GE. GE is coming out with their numbers on the 24th. So GE is going to be coming out next week with their numbers. We take a look at this, and we put this on a weekly basis. What you're going to see is that you're breaking lows again, and it looks like this is pretty intense. So check this out, folks. This is amazing, actually. GE has just broken down, and they broke its last major low, which was the week of the 17th of November. And they're going to break it with volume, which is just amazing. This sets up, okay, the most conservative way I can do this is 29 to 17. So you get 12 bucks. There she goes. This thing wants to trade not only to, so this is going to be a weekly ABC down. And, you know, I've been talking about quite a while that I thought it wanted to test the highs of its low. The highs of its low is $11.35 from 2009. Well, the way we're trading right here, meaning that on a weekly, you have wide price spread, you've broken the swing point, you broke it with volume. You got to remember it's our 4-day trading week, and we're at good option expiration, so more volume is even going to come in. That's saying that it has approximately a $7 price projection. So what you're going to get here with a $7 price projection, this thing's going to test the lows out here at $5.72, and it might be worse than that. So it's pretty intense. What we're in the middle of is that we're going to see that the GE more than likely is going to get broken up. And, you know, bottom line, that is the last Dow stock that actually is still in the Dow Industrials. That's the only one that's left from the beginning of the Dow. If we go over to Amazon for a second, because I was talking about this yesterday, what I think you're going to see, you know, Amazon is up at the highs of they're up to 250 at $12.95. Amazon had come out yesterday, and they talked about the aspect of they went from 223 cities down to 23 cities where their second headquarters are going to be. Now, I'm prejudiced to the point that, yes, you know, I love Boston, but I actually think it's going to happen, and it's going to happen in South Boston, and this is why. They already have 150,000 square feet in South Boston. They're right next to GE. GE, bottom line, was going to build a brand-new headquarters. They moved their whole company there. They stopped building the headquarters there. The space is there, and in the Boston community, it's been known that Amazon has been looking for a million square feet. So bottom line, if they're looking for a million square feet, they have 150,000 right now, and they're looking for a million, guess what? It looks to me that GE is going to need money. That's going to be one. That's going to be one way that they can get some money pretty quickly, because the real estate and that lease, they're not going to, you know, but they have both. Bottom line, you know, we'll see where that shakes out. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI. So XAU out here, we are trading at 82.12, and the breakout area is 82.26. You back down, you get light volume on the back down. We take a look at GDX. This is the GDX has the volume every day. So yesterday you come down with 39 million. Today we go sideways with 16 million. We put this on a weekly, and let's see how we're going to set up on a weekly. It's gonna be fine. On a weekly, you're basically pushing into a swing point, and you're gonna have volume. You gotta remember this week, folks, you're gonna add a day of volume in all these equities. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back when I'm Mr. Dave White.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics, including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Achievers rise above the rest, and when they see an opportunity, they take action. Massive action. Achievers capitalize on every resource in order to experience success at its absolute max. And on Wednesday, January 31st, from 5 to 6 p.m., I'll share with subscribers of Mastering Probability how to achieve even more success with the extraordinary tools that I use to call the markets. These tools predicted the Ebola 2015 stock market bottom, the December 2017 gold bottom, and why subscribers added to their mining positions this month as well. Learn the pattern that projects the Dow's next upside target of 30,740. Folks, great moments were born from great opportunity. So don't miss this opportunity to take advantage of my 30-day money-back guarantee for Mastering Probability. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Sign up today and reserve your spot for the ultimate subscriber event.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 39. You get the Nasdaq up 39. S&Ps are up 16. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Friday at 3:30. Don't forget, folks, Dave has a great program right here at TFNN every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters. He has the Tech Insider, which is his weekly newsletter. He also has the Path of Least Resistance. You can take a 30-day no money back guarantee by coming over to our website at TFNN, checking them out. And I can see the first slide that we got up here, Dave, today is pretty intense. Talk to me about it.
The news cycle in biotech stuff has been extremely good last 6 weeks. But this one really caught my eye, mostly because you see a lot of announcements.
Yes.
And they're saying, well, maybe years down the line and maybe this works. But this one, pretty good stuff. Gone through clinical trials already, going to be available in a year. But what is the news is Johns Hopkins scientists developed a non-invasive blood test that can detect 8 types of cancer long before they're even visible in X-rays or detectable in any other way.
That's intense,
whether you're
man.
Doing biopsies or anything. And more important is that 5 of these had no test possible before this.
And what we're talking here, folks, is the ovary, liver, stomach, pancreas, esophagus, colon, lung, and breast. That's intense, man. That's awesome.
It is, because as soon as cancer cells start to, well, what do they call it?
Metastasize?
Well, not even that. Just when they start to grow.
Okay.
At the very beginning, just even a cell.
Yeah.
They will start to break apart because they don't all work, and they'll leave certain little proteins out there that are key signatures of these of all these different types of cancers. And what they were able to do, it's a handful of different things, but they're able to sequence these little strands of DNA by looking for the ones that aren't full, but just kind of these broken pieces, then feeding that data back into machine learning algorithms and actually figuring out where it is, not just that you got cancer somewhere, but actually can tell you which kind it is based on the proteins that it finds and the shards. I always call it that way, the shards of the DNA that are broken apart.
It's pretty heavy, man.
In these things. But I think this is the second 1,000-person test on it. They're thinking it's going to be available within or around a year from now.
Okay.
But it may put an end to a lot of colon tests for us adult males, and that may be good news.
Sure.
It also is very accurate.
The breast cancer is a big deal. That's a huge deal, man.
Well, not only that, but it's far more accurate than existing tests for the ones that do have tests for them.
Okay.
So I think they've gone from about 65 to in the high 70s as far as being accurate. So not only does it do that, but it can tell them where it is, where a lot of these other tests just say, hey, you got to start looking. It's somewhere. But at least you can now tell exactly where it's going to be. And
so it would be interesting. I wonder, so like Johns Hopkins, I know it's a great medical facility. Now, do they end up selling this patent off to one of the biotechs? Is that what normally happens? How does this work out?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally what will happen is whoever's the head of the people that research this,
yes,
they get a taste, and also the institution gets to get the licensing rights to it, too.
I got it. Cool.
So whoever was the head of this, whatever college professor, whatever, he's probably going to get $1 million or $2 million. The people, the graduate students that worked, probably get half that each.
Okay.
And then the rest of the cash comes into, I mean, this is typically how it works. The rest of the cash comes into the institution, and they do more of the same stuff, right?
Yes.
Because 10 of these go out, maybe one of them is, one of them works.
I'm with you.
But the high not having a lot of false positives, a lot of that other stuff, going to be fairly huge, and the cost is right. A lot of times these things are ridiculous, but it won't cost any more than a invasive colon test at around $500. So it's not going to be one of these things that only a handful of people can do. It seems like it's going to be kind of an assembly line thing in the near future.
Nice. Cool, man.
So good news there.
Yep.
Crypto securities today, the SEC is kind of putting off the ETFs. I still haven't had enough time to sit down and think about maybe what's going to change in there. I didn't know if you had any thoughts.
Well, the way that the ETFs try, I mean, they could have a Bitcoin ETF right now. The reason they could have a Bitcoin is because the ETFs, Bitcoin is trading on the CME and the CBOE, so you can definitely hedge it. You know, bottom line, the SEC wants more than that. You know, that's, you know, and I can see why. I mean, it totally makes sense. You know, the GLD, so the gold GLD, folks, when that was going through, that thing took about 2.5 years just to go through, and they were basically giving them a hard time because of the fact that they say, okay, where's the gold stored and all of this? Well, in this particular case, as to where the Bitcoins are stored, I don't think we've actually found a safe place yet where you can have a 99.9% that your Bitcoins are going to be there. You know, there's an article yesterday on Bloomberg that 16% of all Bitcoins have already been stolen. So I think that's the larger problem in the crypto world. Not, I'd say the Bitcoin world, never mind the crypto world. You know what I'm saying?
30% of them just flat out lost.
Right.
So,
you know,
that's.
I think that's going to be probably pushed off for a while. You know.
I did see that you had a caller that talked about one that actually was insured as long as you had cash, but if you had Bitcoins.
That's right. Yeah, it's the cash is insured if it's a banking structure. It's just like anything else. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Yeah.
But if you owned it it was like if you owned it in equities. The equity isn't. There's no insurance on the equity if it goes in half the next day, and the insurance was not FDIC on any Bitcoin type product,
right.
Only on the cash that you had in it.
Right.
But I was surprised that there was even the ability to insure the cash that you might have at one of these folks.
Oh, listen, man, Lloyd's of London will insure anything, man. That's the bottom line. You pay the premium, they're going to insure it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. If you can afford it.
Yeah. Amazon Prime. Yeah.
So did you hear this already?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. No, listen, I know. And what's interesting is I never realized, I mean, I pay for it by the year. I never realized people pay for it by the month, though. You know?
Yeah.
That's expensive by the month, man.
Well, it's going to be expensive by the year, but the question is, how much do you buy? And for you don't even give it a second thought with all the business you're doing in housing.
Right. Well, what happens here is this. See, I believe that right now I'm paying $99 a year. Went from $79 to $99. Okay, so if they go up to $118 or something, but I'm not paying $12 a month.
Yeah.
You know, $11 a month. You know, so I guess some people do. I mean, that's their choice, I guess. Stay right there.
They're not buying that much.
Yeah, stay right there, folks. Dave and I are going to be coming right back. We're coming into the last 20 minutes. Option expiration. Dow Industrials are up 30. Nasdaq's up 35. S&Ps are up 14.5. Dave and I are coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Talking about Mr. Dave White. We are talking technology, what's been happening out here this week. And Amazon Prime is going up on their Prime. You know, the amazing thing, Dave, too, is that they have approximately like 70 million members. So, I mean,
it's hard to. They're raising the price, but it's hard to complain with free shipping, and you kind of get the equivalent of Netflix with it.
Yes.
And you kind of get the equivalent with Spotify because it's got music.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's got to be the best deal out there. The question is, I wonder just how much they could raise that price, and people wouldn't blink or balk. Netflix had a big problem at one point where they went from like $8 to $10 and lost a lot of subscribers. I guess maybe the package is so big with Amazon that it really doesn't matter.
You know, I would suspect that it matters, but you're still probably at low prices, right? You know what I mean? And that's how I think it shakes out. So, like, you know, they're still looking at $13, and I guess the people that do it month to month, they don't know, you know, how long they're going to stay on it versus year to year. Do you know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
Once it starts getting, I would say, like, you know, this $156 a year doing it month to month, that gets pricey if you're not doing a lot of things. I mean, you can join, you know, what Costco is, I don't know, $75. Sam's Club is like $45 or $50. But then guess what? You got to use your gas. You got to use your, you know, your time. You got to use all of the above. You know, so it's a big difference.
The difference is, well, I guess because I tried to buy groceries through Amazon, and you have to buy a huge box of them. You got to like fill the box up
pantry Prime, right.
Yeah, and to me, a lot of times I just need, you know, whatever I'm going to order. I don't want to order stuff for 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the same thing with Sam's or so. You know, you got to get a 55-gallon.
Well, just so you know, you don't have to do it that way. This is what they do. This is so smart they are. When you order something small like that, right, then they say, oh, you get the pantry box, okay? And they make like you got to fill it up. But you don't have to fill it up. That's what it comes down to. And then if you don't, what they're going to do is they send you little tiny packages. Now, the difference is that the little tiny packages, you're not going to get those in 2 days. You're going to get those like in 5 or 6 days. Do you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't really sure. I ordered, I think, a couple of times, and it just didn't seem... I kind of like looking at my food before I get it, actually. That may be one of those things that you really like touching still.
Yeah. Oh, the food for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, food and maybe clothes because you want to know what it feels like, you know, and maybe even try it on.
Unless you've actually have something that you're going to reorder, right?
Right, yeah. So there's a little bit of room out there. But I did think it was interesting that they raised their prices. and kind of did it on a day where I don't think anybody's paying the attention.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt.
So that's why I always wonder when stuff like that, a lot is going on, that happens. Apple slow down. They're finally addressing this. I know you guys have, family members with Apple. I'm not an Apple guy.
Yeah, I'm not either, but we have plenty of Apple freaks. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and the whole slowing the thing down.
It's a big deal.
Me,
yeah.
Huh?
It's a big deal.
It is to some folks, but it's actually been kind of more quiet than I thought. To me, was a bigger deal because it's against the law in several countries.
Well, you know what? This is what it is, right? So what Dave and I are talking about, folks, is that the phones that actually they were slowing down, most people have already upgraded them. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's, it's changed their opinion, I would say, slightly about Apple. Like, oh, my God, I wouldn't have upgraded this. When the people that use Apple all the time, they know it was slowing down. You know what I mean? Bridget knew it was slowing down. Tommy knew it was slowing down. It was like, okay, they bought another one. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like they already bought another one. It's
that's why. Is that why Tommy bought his new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, since I'm not an Apple guy, that's kind of it's that. Like you said, the question is whether or not it hurts long-term sales or if it's just a PR kind of thing. Sometimes these things go away.
You're right.
CMG is one of those that, literally got the stink on them from poisoning. It's people, and that stink just is very hard to go away. The question is whether or not this is that kind of PR problem.
I don't think it's that bad, right? I think it's, it's the people are probably sad that they can't trust them as much anymore, but I don't think it's like, the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Would it change anybody's opinions meaningfully? And the answer is probably this has taken a toll. But kind of like CMG, where the first time wasn't a big deal, the second time, but the third time, that was it.
Yeah, right.
You finally reach kind of a tipping point on these kind of things. My thoughts continue to be a incredibly undercovered press about how this is literally illegal in several countries in Europe. And they've put other people in jail from companies that have done this. So the question is whether or not people in a handful of countries, including France, will push this as far as they did with other companies that did similar things and actually put some of the executives in jail.
Well, my take on that is that ain't even close, man. They haven't put anyone in jail from the banking crisis, and there's hundreds of billions of dollars in fines, and all they're doing there is unshackling the banks and letting them do more. So,
Well, that's here, but I mean in France.
No, it's all over the world. The France banks, they were fraud banks. The Italian banks are fraud banks. The UK banks are fraud banks.
What I'm saying is the technology planned obsolescence.
Right.
This goes back to HP getting the ink cartridges and laser toner stuff automatically turning off after a certain amount of time. This is it for technology, not banks. They have dragged people in and put them in jail for doing this kind of planned obsolescence before.
Yeah.
And that's where there's actual legal jeopardy for some executives at Apple.
Well,
so maybe they're big enough that it just won't happen. Maybe
it seems it.
Yeah, they may just be big enough.
They still have Teflon on them. Apple still got quite a bit of Teflon, I think. Back to the moon. Let's see what this is. What do we got here?
We're testing nuclear reactors for use on the moon. As this weekend goes, we're going to test the big engines on the heavy lift vehicle that Mr. Musk has down there with SpaceX.
Okay.
But these new rockets, of course, to take us back to the moon and onto Mars. This new rocket that they're going to testing the engines, I think either tomorrow or in the next couple of days. Then they're going to launch the thing here in the next couple of weeks. But where we've had rockets, right now the biggest rocket we have in the United States will lift about 45,000 pounds to near-Earth orbit. This one is so big that it would lift the entire International Space Station in one launch.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
the biggest thing we have is 45,000 pounds now. This would take 160,000 pounds to orbit, so darn near 6 times as big. And that's where this is all going on. The one bugaboo right now is that they haven't gotten the equivalent of the Apollo capsule certified for taking humans up to the space, the International Space Station. They're going to do that a few times, and then that is going to be the one that goes to the moon.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials now trading up 24. NASDAQ is up 27. S&Ps are up 14.5. Dave and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking to our man, Mr. Dave White. We are talking now the Consumer Electronics Show.
We didn't get to this one last week. We ran out of time.
Yes.
They should be showing the Ojo scooter.
Okay.
They've got a picture on it in the control room there, so they may look at it. This was one of the other big hits that we didn't get to, but Ford is sponsoring this company, the Ojo scooter, to get into the electric car business and learn a little bit more about using electric vehicles. But this one is, people really wrote a lot about it, talked about it, wrote them around the show last week. But it's a scooter that's going to be about $2,100. It's got kind of the, what would you call it, the vibe of the Vespa.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Kind of days.
I remember those, yeah. Right, yeah.
There's people still drive those around, but of course, any of these scooters, and in fact, there's a lot of them down here in Clearwater.
Right.
People ride them around, but they're $4,000, $4,500, and they've got kind of horrible little 4-stroke motors, and they're always busting, and they blow a lot.
And so this is an electric vehicle, right?
It is, and it's got 50 miles. And it's light enough that you could actually take it back into your place, so you don't have to worry about leaving it outside. So it's kind of the equivalent of kind of like an electric bicycle, but great range, a lot of style, and people rode them around and they really liked them. And kind of interesting to see Ford get involved in something like this.
Yeah.
But they want to kind of test the waters for electric vehicles and how that's going to work, and they're actually sponsoring them. So there's some fairly deep pockets into this.
It's a good way to start too, right? Really, people want to save money. They have scooters anyway. That's the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, and these things are going to sell a little less, and have just about, other than changing tires, going to have almost no maintenance. Change the batteries every 5 years.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Totally. Okay, brother. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, you can listen to Dave every trading day right here, 2 to 3. He has 2 great newsletters. Come over to our website at TFNN. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Go have a blast with it. Look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.